7 brands, 5 cost categories, 1 ranking nobody else has done honestly. We looked at purchase price, depreciation, maintenance, charging costs, and the one everybody forgets, battery replacement risk. The results completely reshuffled our assumptions. The cheapest car to buy is not the cheapest to own, and the most expensive brand on this list actually saves you money over 5 years. Here is every Chinese EV brand ranked by what it truly costs to drive. Number 7, NIO, the most expensive Chinese EV to own, and it is not even close. Look, NIO makes great cars. The ET5, the ES6, the ET7, they are beautifully built, packed with tech, and genuinely fun to drive. But the cost of ownership is brutal. Starting price for the ET5 is around $36,000 without a battery. Yes, without a battery. NIO's whole pitch is battery as a service, where you rent the battery for a monthly subscription instead of buying it. Sounds clever until you do the 5-year math. The subscription runs roughly $130 to $170 per month, depending on the pack size. Over 5 years, that is $7,800 to $10,200 in battery rental alone on top of the car payment. Depreciation is steep. NIO's residual value after 3 years sits around 40 to 45% in European markets. That is among the worst of any EV brand, Chinese or Western. Maintenance costs are moderate, similar to other premium EVs, but NIO only has 12 service points across all of Europe as of early 2025. If something breaks and you do not live near one, you are looking at flatbed transport and potentially weeks of downtime waiting for parts from China. The battery swap system is genuinely innovative. Under 3 minutes, flexible pack sizes, no degradation anxiety. But you pay for that innovation every single month. 5-year total cost of ownership for an NIO ET5 with battery subscription comes in around $52,000 to $56,000. That puts it in BMW and Mercedes territory. But high cost does not always mean bad value. And the next brand on the list proves that price and value are 2 very different things. Number 6, Li Auto. Li Auto does something nobody else does. Every vehicle they sell is an extended range electric, meaning it has a battery for daily driving plus a small gasoline engine that kicks in as a generator when the battery runs out. No range anxiety. The Li L7 starts around $45,000. That is expensive for a Chinese brand, but you get a full-size premium SUV with 6 seats, a massive screen setup, and enough range to drive from Beijing to Shanghai without planning a single charging stop. The problem is that you are maintaining 2 powertrains, electric plus gasoline, oil changes, engine servicing, and all the consumables that come with a combustion engine, on top of the electric vehicle maintenance. Depreciation is moderate to steep, around 45 to 50% residual value after 3 years. And because Li Auto has extremely limited presence outside China, parts availability and service access are major question marks for Western buyers. Charging costs are lower than a pure electric vehicle because you are splitting between electricity and gasoline, but that also means you are paying for gas, which defeats a big part of the EV value proposition. 5-year total cost of ownership sits around $48,000 to $52,000, 2 premium brands down. But the next one is where the ranking starts getting interesting, because from here on, the value equation shifts dramatically. Number 5, Xiaomi, the newest car company on this list and already one of the most talked about. Xiaomi launched the SU7 sedan in 2024 and sold over 80,000 units in a single quarter by mid-2025. The SU7 starts around $29,000 in China. It is a direct competitor to the Tesla Model 3, and it matches or beats it on range, technology, and interior quality. Here is where Xiaomi gets interesting for cost of ownership. 47 over-the-air updates in the first year. not bug fixes, new features, new driving modes, improved charging algorithms, even suspension recalibrations. The car literally gets better every month you own it. That is value that does not show up on any cost spreadsheet. Maintenance costs are low because Xiaomi leverages its existing service network from its smartphone and IoT business. Depreciation data is still thin because the car is so new, but early tracking suggests 50 to 55% residual value after 3 years, which is decent for a new brand. The downside is availability. Outside China, you basically cannot buy one yet. Battery replacement risk depends on which chemistry your specific model uses. Some trims use NMC, which degrades faster under aggressive charging. 5-year projected total sits around $36,000 to $40,000. If you have made it this far, then consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. This helps us bring you more honest automotive analysis that you will not find anywhere else. 5 brands in. Now we are getting to the 3 that genuinely rewrite the cost equation, and the gap between number 4 and number 1 is tighter than you might expect. Number 4. Xpeng. Xpeng is the tech brand of the Chinese electric vehicle world. Their autonomous driving system is arguably the best in China, ahead of Tesla's full self-driving in many real-world scenarios. The Xpeng P7 sedan starts around $22,000 in China. For that, you get a car with highway navigation assist, automatic lane changes, and automated parking that actually works. Total package. Here's the cost breakdown. Xpeng uses a mix of LFP and NMC batteries depending on the model and trim. The LFP versions are cheaper to maintain long-term because of the superior cycle life. Depreciation runs 45 to 50% after 3 years, middle of the pack for Chinese brands. Maintenance is straightforward. Xpeng has invested heavily in its service network, with 300 new stations planned for 2025. Charging costs are standard for a pure electric vehicle. The big advantage is that Xpeng's in-house autonomous driving technology comes included in the price. Tesla charges $8,000 for full self-driving. Xpeng gives you a comparable system for free. Over 5 years, that is $8,000 you never spend. The 5-year total cost of ownership for the P7 comes in around $32,000 to $36,000. Number 3, Geely and Zeekr. I'm grouping these together because they share the same parent company and the same platform architecture. Geely is the value play. Zeekr is the premium play. Both benefit from the same engineering and supply chain. The Geely Galaxy E5 starts around $15,000. The Zeekr 7X starts around $28,000. Both use Geely's new GEA platform with their EMI hybrid technology. Geely recently simplified this platform in a way that cuts roughly 5,000 to 7,000 yuan per vehicle, about $700 to $1,000. That cost saving goes straight into lower pricing. Depreciation for Geely models is moderate, around 50 to 55% residual. Zeekr holds value slightly better due to its premium positioning. Maintenance is cheap for both because the Geely Group has one of the largest dealer and service networks of any Chinese automaker, with strong presence in Southeast Asia, Europe, and the Middle East. Battery replacement risk is low. Both brands use LFP chemistry in their mainstream models. The 5-year total for the Galaxy E5 sits around $22,000 to $26,000. For the Zeekr 7X, around $34,000 to $38,000. The Geely Galaxy E5 is one of the cheapest electric vehicles in the world to own over 5 years, period. Number 2, Leapmotor. This is the brand most people have never heard of, and it might be the smartest buy on the entire list. Leapmotor hit profitability in the fourth quarter of 2024, a year ahead of their own schedule. Their partnership with Stellantis gives them something no other Chinese brand has: a built-in European distribution network through established Stellantis dealerships. The Leapmotor C10 SUV starts around $21,000. It is a full-size electric SUV at compact car pricing. Maintenance costs are among the lowest of any brand because Leapmotor designs with fewer parts, similar to BYD's simplification philosophy. Service access through Stellantis dealers solves the biggest problem facing every other Chinese brand in Western markets. No flatbed trips, no 3-week waits for parts from Shenzhen. Just walk into a Fiat or Peugeot dealer and get your car fixed. Depreciation data is limited because the brand is new to Western markets, but the Stellantis backing provides resale confidence that standalone Chinese brands do not have. Battery replacement risk is low with LFP chemistry and conservative charging recommendations. 5-year total sits around $25,000 to $29,000 for a full-size SUV. That is less than a Nissan Leaf cost to own. And number 1, the cheapest Chinese EV brand to own over 5 years. And it is not even a surprise if you have been paying attention. Number 1, BYD. Everything about BYD's cost structure is designed to make ownership cheap. The BYD Seagull starts at $7,800. The Dolphin is around $16,000. The Seal is $24,000. Every model uses the in-house Blade battery with LFP chemistry, with a cycle life of over 3,000 cycles. There is virtually no degradation under normal use. Battery replacement risk is as close to zero as any electric vehicle on the market. Maintenance costs are the lowest of any brand we analyzed. BYD's 8-in-1 powertrain means fewer parts that can break, fewer service visits, and lower warranty claims. Their vertical integration means replacement parts cost less because there is no third-party markup. Depreciation is the one weak spot. In Western markets, BYD's residual value after 3 years runs 42 to 48%, which is worse than Tesla but similar to other Chinese brands. As BYD's brand recognition grows and their service network expands, this number should improve. Charging costs are standard for a pure electric vehicle, but BYD's flash charging infrastructure is rolling out across China and into Europe, with free charging for first batch owners of compatible models. 5-year total cost of ownership for a BYD Dolphin comes in around $19,000 to $23,000. For the Seal, around $28,000 to $32,000. The Seagull, if it ever arrives in your market without heavy tariffs, projects at under $15,000 for 5 years of ownership. That is less than a used gas car cost to run over the same period. So here's the final ranking, cheapest to most expensive over 5 years. If you found this video valuable, make sure to watch this next one.